Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you want to meet my husband, he's right over there and he's camera shy. If you're returning, how you doing? Grab your coffee. I got a seltzer water. This is orange vanilla and it actually tastes like creamsicle. It is amazing. It's one of my favorites. Grab a snack and away we go. So, today what we're going to be talking about is the weaponization, okay, of weather systems to target human infrastructure. Yeah. It is, we've been talking about this for quite some time about weather manipulation and things like that, okay? And someone had made a comment to me that Hurricane Ian was a part of the weather manipulation, and that kind of upset me because of what the state of Florida went through, is currently going through, and stuff like that. And I actually heard from quite a few community members who went through Ian just like I did, and one community member in particular who I actually became very good friends with. She lives south of me. She lost everything. She lost everything. She lost her home, all of her preps, everything. She lost everything. And, it hurts my heart to know that she lost literally everything. And she did evacuate. She did evacuate. And when she went back to the house, everything was just gone. It's gone. Okay. So, the exotic weapon systems are being used to achieve global biosphere destruction, which encompasses agricultural collapse, fertilizer disruption, supply chain breakdowns that are designed to achieve mass global famine, okay? If these attacks on our world are not stopped, and I mean stopped immediately, okay, they could end in an ELE. You know what an ELE is, right? An Extinction Level Event. And now, weather weaponization, okay? Modern tech can control the direction and intensity of storms and droughts. All right. Florida's phosphate fertilizer industry? Okay. It was in the direct path of Hurricane Ian. Did you know that? I'm going to cover that a little bit later in another video, but I don't know if you are aware of that. Okay. Global attacks against the biosphere target crops, fertilizer, food production. The destruction of biosphere is aiming to be an ELE. Globalists, they are unleashing ecological destruction that will take centuries to heal, okay? Now, when it comes to like the hurricane responders, the satellite comms, total devastation of some areas will take years to recover. When Hurricane Irma hit back in, it was 2018, up until I think it was a year ago, I believe it was like a year ago, people still had tarps on their roofs because they were still waiting for their insurance companies to fix their roofs. So, talking about, total devastation in some areas taking years to recover, yeah. It takes many, many years. Okay? And fragile supply chain means parts and supplies won't be easily sourced for rebuilding. Okay? Talk about injuries. Body bags being stockpiled. Cell towers being down. Power grid being down. But the satellite comms, they're functioning. Yeah. satellite phone owners here in Florida, they were able to allow neighbors to call their families. But police, fire, paramedics, they were all using satellite phones as well and bivy sticks to coordinate rescue. And the Floridians, I will say, are extremely resilient. And our governor, DeSantis, he offers outstanding leadership. Outstanding. Now, this storm took about 50% of North America's phosphate fertilizer production offline. The supply chain disruptions mean rebuilding Florida will take years. Black mold. I don't know if any of you have any experience with black mold and what it does, but did you know that it only takes about 24 hours for black mold to grow in an area, okay? I had experienced black mold here in my house, and I had to have, I don't know if you've ever heard of a company called ServPro. They had to come out, they had to treat for black mold and stuff like that. They literally had to take all of my walls down and stuff like that. They had to treat everything from inside and out. I mean, it was, oh my gosh, you want to talk about, it was nuts. We had these huge machines in the house to take all of the moisture out of the air and all of the particles and stuff like that. It was crazy. All because of black mold. Okay? And black mold is about to start growing in all of the water-saturated buildings and homes. Okay? And black mold, you can actually die from inhalation of black mold. Okay? Now, I don't think that really a lot of people understand that, unless you live in an area that gets hit with natural disasters like hurricanes, what we actually go through. And it's sad and it's scary, because along with hurricanes comes tornadoes, and that's a whole nother level of devastation. It's a whole nother level. I've seen what tornadoes do, and no, I'm not talking about in movies. I'm what I've seen with my own eyes. All right, guys, I'm out of here. And just to think, that hurricane season is not over until November 31st. November 30th, rather. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. Okay. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fearless.